there was an Instacart issue that got caught. It's probably happening lots of places, but it was at a Kroger, and the Kroger's actually put a timeout on Instacart working out of that Kroger for a minute while they try and figure out what to do here, because more than once the shoppers were adding up to $40 of groceries to the app. And now, I'm not the biggest Instacart person, but we talked about this at length with other people who do a lot of Instacart last week. Okay, so they were saying, well, yeah, you can do it, but they should be getting alerts or this or that. Okay, but first of all, when by default you don't get an Instacart receipt, by default you're paying more for every grocery you get from Instacart than it would cost in the store. You don't have the receipt. So is that part of the reason that this is being missed? Because right now this Kroger is lost. They're like, dude, why is every customer, because customers are coming back and saying, hey, this, I haven't looked at my statement in a while. So again, so part of it's on them, but there's a discrepancy here. There's a problem. And I'm just wondering, I didn't even know, like usually with apps, I wonder like add item must be tough. One of John Dash's theories, I believe, I've thought about it a lot since last week, I believe is a good thing that might be, or not, it's not good, but I believe this could be happening where somebody order, you see 54 items, 65 units. So, you're getting 2 or 3 of a certain thing. One of John's theories was maybe they're delivering 2, had an order for 3, paid for it, took 1. But I don't know how it's coming out to around $40. I mean, again, this platform, in my opinion, is one, they're all sketchy, but if they have bots that have been around since day one, no other platform has bots or any kind of interference like this at all. Whereas if you put the word Instacart on any social platform, even the bots attack you and try and get you to join groups. Instacart doesn't care that they exist. They're fine with it. That's kind of the upper echelon group, those people who are with those type programs and pay monthly dues. I think that's disgusting. I think that's wrong. And I find it interesting that they don't even fight it or care. Now we got shoppers stealing. They'd use a different pricing system, and that's before their pricing that they add on to you. Service fee, processing, all this, that, the other. I know my orders are worse than everybody's markets. I show them all the time. But with all this going on, to see $9 to go do 2 shop and delivers, 3.6 miles, 2 stops, that's 2 hours of my time for $4.50 an hour. I'm not doing those, and I'm actually beyond offended that those even exist. I know sometimes they try and stack it so that the order with a tip will help out the one that doesn't have a tip, but in my market, mostly it just sucks. I mean, like really, I couldn't take any of them. They're just that bad.
Do any shops that are two stores.
I think it's interesting though. So it's kind of funny. We're not only Instacart shoppers, but we're also customers. Yeah, we don't want to do any Walmart shops, but we have no problem doing Instacart, but making other people shop for us at Walmart through Instacart. Have you seen that? You don't get receipts through Instacart when you do Instacart?
I'm wondering if the Instacart shopper is giving them the receipt, because then they're getting the receipt that's totally a different amount, and then
they have to take a picture of the receipt.
This is Mary. That's exactly why Instacart actually,
because Instacart upcharges.
Right,
so
they prefer you don't get the receipt. There's actually another step the customer has to take. You guys probably know this, being a customer. There's an extra step you have to take to say, hey, I actually want the receipt. And it's like, it's not like a flow field.
I never even noticed that.
It's like something you got to go to, like advanced features while doing.
Yeah, that's not on the main screen. But I'm wondering if the shopper gave them the receipt and it said it was $20, and then when they got their Instacart bill, they were like, wait, I spent $60. Why and they went back to the store, maybe?
Yeah, because what's really funny too about Instacart is you take a picture of the shelf. And Instacart never really thought about this. When there is an item that's out of stock, and I guess it's why they're kind of changing now. They don't have you take pictures anymore. Mm-hmm. Is probably because when you take a picture of the shelf, there are different prices on the shelf than what they have in the apps.
Right. So the customer's like, oh, I want that one for $2.99, but it's really like $5.99 for the Instacart shopper.
Yeah.
Right. So they're probably doing what Dumpling does. Same thing. They're probably using a nationwide average on the app, just because that's the only way to keep the item prices. But the problem is they're using a nationwide average and then they're upping the price. And as
Right.
far as I've tried to break down with people, we can't find symmetry. It's not like a percentage. It's not like, oh yeah, every item's 2.2%. It's like
Is it
olive
confirmed
oil might be
Instacart's upping it, though?
17% marked up. A can of tomatoes might be 2%.
Is it
There's-
confirmed Instacart's upping it though, and not the supermarkets? Like they,
Oh,
like
yeah.
for
Yeah,
example,
no,
the
Instacart has
restaurants
their
have upped
own
the
pricing
charge?
model that every item is above the supermarket.
Okay.
Not by much. I mean, it doesn't look, it adds up, but
Yeah.
not by much. But every item is more than it is. And that's
Right.
without service fee, processing, any of that. That's just the cost of the groceries.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, didn't the article say that the customer saw on her receipt that there was like a pair of women's clogs or something? Like,
Yeah,
something
that's the kind of
crazy?
thing I'm adding. Yeah, but I mean, that's like one of them. Like sometimes they're adding like, I go back to, are they adding just even a candy bar or a soda upon checkout? Are some adding like some of their food, $8 of food on every order that day and getting their groceries for the week?
Now, did they find out who the shopper was? Was it the same shopper for
They
each of those?
they caught the one, but now that's the Kroger right now is undergoing something because it was getting complaints about other things relative. So I actually called the Kroger because I wanted to talk
Did
to the
you really?
manager. Yeah, I didn't get in
Hard
touch with
hitting
him,
now.
but
Investigator.
I'm gonna contact him again. I mean, a Kroger manager can't be that hard to track down. Come on.
Yeah, but
He's not a celebrity.
He's manager at Kroger. He's going home.
I'm not trying to ask him to break any kind of policy. I just want to understand what